Okay.
Okay. Thank
Okay, this is our first.
you. Video log. I hate to say it's a carnivore diet. It's a carnivore experiment because we started 59. This is day 60. We started 59 days ago on the 1st of January, and we've had social engagements, and so we've had off-track meals and even some off-track days.
Do you want to go over this history first, or how you discovered the carnivore diet?
Well, I think, and now, I don't want to leave you out, you know, I mean, I
No,
want
I
you are,
understand.
but if we lead up to here, then you can come in because you are much healthier than I am, so. Anyway, so here's the history of what we've been working for. 30 years ago, I got a really nasty bug bite, and it had a red ring around it, and I was diagnosed with Lyme disease and took antibiotics, and kind of got over that. But before I started taking the antibiotics, my knees, both of them, just hurt so bad, and I had such extreme fatigue, and I couldn't even make it all the way up a flight of stairs without sitting down halfway. And so we caught the Lyme disease, I guess, sort of in time. From what I understand now is that it's just a virus that goes dormant and it's in your body always. But so that was my experience 30 years ago. And then about 12 years ago, well, I was diagnosed with macular degeneration at the age of 42. It's runs in my family, which really, I'm thinking macular degeneration could be prevented. Severe macular degeneration could be prevented through diet now. Now that's what I'm thinking. But 12 years ago I started getting, well, first of all, we moved to the Gulf Coast, and my knees, we even had to go in, and I got a cortisone shot on one of my knees. And then I remember the doctor saying, "What kind of sports did you do?" And I'm like, psh. That's kind of funny. But anyway, he said, "Did you injure it?" And I said, "No, I don't think so." But anyway, so I got a shot in my knee, and that helped. And then both of them started. So since then, I've had kind of pretty much constant knee pain, arthritis in my knees. And at the same time, my macular degeneration got to the point where it was wet macular degeneration, so I started getting shots. I got shots in one eye for a couple of years, and then I started getting shots in both eyes. Every other week I'd go to the doctor and get a shot in one or the other eye, and I did that for about 7 years, 6 years, 7 years, anyway. Till finally, my doctor said that there's no point in getting shots anymore. I'm legally blind. And I have floaters in my eyes. And I have for years, but I have floaters in my eyes. And so last June, I got a couple more bug bites, one on my neck and one on my ankle, and they were bad. And they didn't go away for literally 2 months or more. And they were just hard knots, and my husband, Dave, said there were rings around them. So I thought, great, great. So then around August, I started really feeling bad. The extreme fatigue. I could hardly get out of bed, and everything hurt and ached, and I went to a doctor, more of a holistic doctor, and he started treating me for Lyme disease. And then I started, that was like in August, I started looking into ways to eat, how diet could help with Lyme disease, and I spotted, and I'll look to see if I can find that. this guy is a homesteader, and he got Lyme disease, and he started eating carnivore, and I thought, hey, maybe I can do that, and it would help. And so, so what does this say? Oh, and I also have this scar on my chest. It was a big purple scar on my chest, and so that's kind of something I wanted to hit on after we started talking about what we're doing. But anyway, so my focus was mainly the Lyme disease. Second, let's see what it can do for my eyes. And third, I weighed 181.8 pounds when we started this, and I'm 5'6", 5'7", and I'm just obese. I've been obese. So, so now you tell why you think.
Well, we are bad for each other because if one of us gives in, usually the other will give in. So we have a bad habit of doing that. And we both have sweet tooths. But anyway, I got to the point. I was about 230 when we started this diet on January 1st. I hadn't weighed myself. I was too embarrassed to weigh myself. So that's been my base weight for several years now. Before this had all started, way back when, my base weight I considered was 210 because I have a kind of a muscular, husky build, and 210 seemed to be a good weight for me. But like I said, through the years, and I had back surgery 5 years ago, which basically ended my jogging days and a lot of my exercise. So on January 1st, when we started this diet, I had a big belly, and it's not very comfortable. It's embarrassing, and it's hard to keep your pants up. I know why old men wear suspenders.
Yes.
And I didn't really want to get to that point, so we started with this, and I was amazed. The first several weeks, the weight almost fell off, and we were eating meat, which of course I'm a red meat eater anyway, so this was not hard at all to start. And surprisingly, for the longest time, I was not hungry between meals. We eat once, maybe twice a day. Usually we eat one meal one day and 2 meals the next. And I was not hungry, and the weight just, I was fitting in. I was at 2XL when we started, and after a month or 6 weeks, I went out. I bought some XL shirts, which for the first time I've been in an XL shirt for several years, so that was just an awesome feeling. And I spent quite a bit of money getting some XL shirts. Anyway, so it made me feel really good and really wanted to continue with this. And it helps to look good. It's helped us in other ways. Our lives are, I think, better.
Yeah.
We need to continue to give up the things that are not good for us, like ice cream and things. We have had some cheat days, and most of them have been in social engagements that we knew we would be probably veering off the diet for. That's okay, because you do have to live your life yet. And we just had one yesterday, which was really
naughty.
My fault, but we
did
that. And there's always a little bit of regret afterward, but life goes on. We just start over.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. Now, my last weigh-in, I was at 207.4.
You tell them about pants.
Well, yeah, and I got a couple of pairs of 36 pants, which I can't even tell you the last time I was in a 36. Probably in college, maybe I made it in that. I'm not even sure then if I did or not.
From a 44 inches in 59 days.
So that's...
He's been cinching up his pants with his belt, and it just looks so funny. So I said, he was going to try on the 38s, and I said, no, you try on those 36s. You can take the 38s in with you, but you try on those 36s. He tried on the 36s first, and he came out, and I'm like, ugh. If I could lose weight like that, I'd love it.
So that's where we're at now. I weigh myself, I weigh myself on Tuesdays and Fridays. I think twice a week is good. It gives me a little time in case I do have a bad day, I can get back on the schedule. And so my next weigh-in will be this coming Friday. I'll see where I'm at. I haven't been probably as faithful lately as I should have been, but I haven't been bad. Other than yesterday when we had Chinese food.
Oh, don't tell anybody what we did.
But other than that, things have been good, and we'll continue on it. Like I said, the carnivore diet is great. We've been eating steaks quite often on the grill. And I mean, really, who can think of a better diet to be on?
Yes, yeah.
And the other, you can mention some of the benefits of the things you have read from other people who've been on the carnivore diet.
Well, what they're saying, cholesterol goes down. Jordan Peterson, I watched the Joe Rogan interview with Jordan Peterson, and he said that the floaters in his eyes went away after, I don't know how many months. But the point is, I thought, if I could just get rid of the floaters, I might be able to see a little better. But you know what? The reason I mentioned this scar is because if the scars on my skin can heal up, maybe the scars in my eyes can heal up.